Hello, and welcome to That's the Point. We are here, as we always are, to talk about construction positioning technology. My name is Corey Meyer, and today we're going to kick off a small mini-series discussing some Trimble GNSS troubleshooting and maintenance topics. But we wanted to start out with really kind of the ground floor because we're going to constantly refer to these in the future episodes. And that's going to be, we wanted to discuss how to perform a factory reset of your Trimble GNSS receiver. Now, the first question is, why would you ever want to do this? And for starters, maybe things are just not working right, or you want to wipe the slate clean, or maybe you want to connect the receiver outside of FieldLink and you don't have your credentials. For whatever reason, if you want to reset your Trimble GNSS receiver, it's super easy to do, and in this video, we're going to show you how to do it. Now, to get started, there's basically two types of resets for these GNSS receivers. One is a soft reset, and the other is a hard reset. And we could obviously have the fair question of what's the difference? Well, there's no hard and fast rules behind this, but in most cases, the soft reset will fix minor connection issues, so Bluetooth issues, Wi-Fi issues, or any other unexpected behavior. But with a hard reset, it will completely wipe the device and revert it back to its original factory state. Now, this is useful if you can't log in because you don't know your password, or if you want to perform a major firmware update, or you just want to start from a completely clean slate. So we're going to start first with the soft reset, because this is the one that we're most commonly going to have the support desk going to ask you to perform or anything like that. So it's easy to show, and we're going to jump into it right now. So the first thing we want to do is obviously we have a receiver, the 986, the 780, the modern Trimble GNSS receivers that we use in buildings. And so we also want to make sure that it's powered up. So we're in our normal state, right? This is the normal lights you would see inside a building. So we see the battery light, and we see a flashing Wi-Fi. This is pretty typical of how it's going to be. And so what we want to do now is we're just simply going to hold down the power button for about 15 seconds without releasing it. So we're just going to hold this power button, and we're going to see that the satellite light icon extinguishes. And after this prescribed period of time, the satellite icon is going to illuminate. At that point, we're going to release the power button, and it is now performing the soft reset. We just let the receiver do its thing, and it's going to reboot. And it's going to take about 30 seconds, and it should complete this complete cycle. And we will see all the lights now return back to their normal state, and we'll know that it's complete. And so now we see those lights return to the state they were at before we held down the button. So we know that the battery light is illuminated, the Wi-Fi. So that's the same thing that it was doing before. So we know that the process has been completed. Now, for the hard reset option, we're going to do the same steps, but the difference is we're going to hold the power button for an additional, say 15 seconds longer, so a total of 30 seconds. So we're just going to press and hold, and we're going to see that satellite icon extinguish. And we're going to see it illuminate just like we did in the soft reset. But we're going to continue holding the power button through this phase until the light once again extinguishes on the satellite icon. And there it goes. Now we're going to release the power button, and it will now begin the hard reset cycle. We want to make sure that we give this plenty of time to reset. It does take a little bit longer when you're doing a hard factory reset than the initial soft reset, but it will take about 60 seconds, and then those light sequences are going to come up just like they were previously. And there we go. All of our lights have returned to their traditional state, and we know that we're now through the factory reset or the hard reset portion of this reset function. So in future episodes, we're going to show you how to connect to the receiver via Wi-Fi to access the user interface, and even explain how to install option codes right there by yourself. And of course, for this topic, your local building point specialist is there to lend you a hand for any of these issues you might have. And don't forget, smash that subscribe button to stay up to date with the latest tips, tricks, and pointers. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on That's the Point.